Hello and welcome to another demo from fitgauges.com. Today we're looking at my voltmeter gauge, which shows you various electrical readings like amps, battery voltage and generators. Now I'll start as I always do with the S keys, and on this gauge we're not using S1 to S5, so you're free to use those in SPAD.neXt however you see fit. The only key we're using is the S6 on this gauge, and the S6 will toggle between the volts and the main dial, so you can change those values with the left dial, and when we're on the left dial here, the right dial will turn the functions on and off. So let's start with the main dial. To change the currently selected function, you simply turn the left dial. And if you want to turn off generator 2, for instance, you simply select the right dial and you can switch that generator on and off, and you can see the voltage output by that generator is turned off. And we do the same with generator 1, we can turn off generator 1, we can go to 2 and turn off generator 2. And because now we're not generating any voltage at all, the gauge actually switches off. So we're going to switch the generators back on, like so. Okay, the APU is obviously only relevant for, aircraft that actually has an APU, and you can switch the batteries on and off as well, like so. And you do have a function that actually switches them all on and off at the same time, so we can turn everything off or turn everything back on again. Now, all my gauges turn on and off with a minimum voltage value. So anything electrical on any gauge, once the voltage reaches a set minimum, and this is the minimum here set by this gauge, once that voltage drops to this value, then all the electrical functions of all my gauges turn off. So to set this value, we simply press S6 to make the volts minimum highlighted, and then we can drop the voltage down. So if we say if everything turns off when we hit 23 volts, what I can now do is, if I select back to the main gauge and I turn off the generators, then we can watch the voltage drop. I'll turn off generator 2, and now we can see that the battery is discharging, and currently the battery is at 23.7, and you can see that voltage dropping fairly quickly because obviously the aircraft is pulling power and there's no generators currently active to charge that battery. So we're also showing a minus 36 amps. So we can see there's a load of 37 and we're discharging at minus 36. And the battery discharge indicator comes up to let you know that you're actually discharging your battery. So it's a little warning to say, you need to put your generators on, so that will stop. And you can see this is very low now, and then when this hits 23, then the voltage will drop off once that reaches below that point any second now, and there you go. Now all of my gauges at that point would turn off. Anything electrical is now dead because you've set the minimum voltage. If I turn my generators back on, instantly the voltage is restored and the bus is providing more volts than the minimum, because we're getting 30 volts now from the generator. Even though the battery is below, we're getting 30 volts from the generator. So everything will stay alive as long as the bus voltage remains above the minimum set here. And that's pretty much the gauge in itself. So you can turn the APU on and off. There's the APU coming on and off here. So your generators can go off. Generator 1, generator 2. This tells you how many engines your aircraft's currently got as well. And we can turn off your battery. And it doesn't matter if you turn off your battery. The simple fact is that I'm still getting voltage because the APU is switched on. Now if I was to turn the APU off, I'm not generating any voltage at all. So that's when the voltage hits 0 and everything goes turned off. So you can turn off your generators, but as long as your APU is active. Obviously you don't have an APU on smaller aircraft, so you need to make certain your generators are on and that your battery is charging nicely. And that concludes another demo from fitgauges.com. Thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe, or if you have any comments, please leave them below.